Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the virus edition, a.k.a. the Panty Pods.
A.K.A. Two Brothers, No Druthers.
Oh, I got a good one right here.
A.K.A. Two Regular Joes, some yeses and some nos.
A.k.a. one story glory of not guilty sprees from drunk punks and QAnon cons. That is Charlie Schulman.
Hey,
I love you,
buddy.
Isn't it great how we've really come to get to know all of these people through stereo, through our meet and greets and our hangs pre and post shows of the Dumb People Town. We got a live Dumb People Town coming up with Ryan Sklar on April 10th and the Cactus Blossoms. Get your tickets. It is going to be super fun. And for everyone who came to the live cheap seats, I love you so much. What a blast.
We may do another one in June. That's how fun that was.
That's how fun it was, and you guys really encouraged us to do that. We're going from a different angle today because sometimes it's always good to change up the angles.
Change it up a little bit.
Change them up. Got a story right now about, it comes on a day when my kids have not been very cool. And it bums me out because we try.
All you want to do is make your kids happy.
That's it.
That's where you start. You start from that place until they screw it up.
Especially during a pandemic where we as parents are acutely aware of how they're doing. Like, to me, every single extra thing that I ask my kids to do is the straw that breaks the camel's back. Like today, they had to get shots that aren't vaccination shots, but other vaccinations for HPV and tetanus and this stuff. And they weren't aware that the doctors, the heal.com was going to come to our house and do it. And they lost their proverbial shit on us. It was unbelievable. And all we want to do is take care of them and make them happy.
We're just trying to protect you.
I don't even want to tell them they have a dentist appointment on Friday. I mean, how am I going to handle that?
You got to slip it in.
A lot of times they aren't happy. We know this. You just want them to be able, in my opinion, to return to normalcy with their friends, with school, with all that stuff. You just
want them to have the normal kid interactions and the kid lives.
But in person, that's how we'll know we'll get back to normal when they're
like regular life, like when life sucks in certain moments and it's just like average in other moments and it's normal.
In the meantime, I go out and buy 3 tubs of ice cream on 11 p.m. on a Friday night just to make them happy as we try and stay up and watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which it's the Falcon and Snowman of our time. Am I right?
It really, really
just
is.
Say that?
The Snowman was a Winter Soldier.
Here's the thing. I don't think either of us would go as far as the guy in the next story went to make his kid happy, although I just think he kind of went about it the wrong way. It's too much on every level.
But he would, if the kid took a real step back and was like, what really was my dad doing? Then he'd be like, he was doing okay.
I think it's a she, but here we go. A Washington man is accused of stealing a 400-pound slide from a playground and mounting it to a child's bunk bed in his mobile home, the police said.
Wait.
I want to initially say Dad of the Year. I really do. But how?
That's some meth strength.
That's
man.
right. How do you move a 400-pound slide? He definitely had help.
By help, I mean meth.
Yeah, fine. If he didn't have meth, he probably had some other friends. And which of your friends can you coerce to go to a playground and saw off a 400-pound slide? And
do you get a ride to the airport for life out of that?
That's a favor you are going to be repaying for the person who helped you so forever. Dustin Allen Bushnell, age 30 of Burbank.
Is that California?
I don't think so. It's Washington. Was arrested Tuesday on a charge of possession of stolen property. Pasco police said in a press release. 30. This feels like the move of a 55-year-old kid who has a 7-year-old.
55-year-old man, yeah.
55-year-old man who has a 7-year-old and doesn't know.
Right, and he hasn't really been in the kid's life, and he's like, I'm going to do this. It's going to make
steal
up for
400 pounds.
It's going to make up for the last 6 years of drinking.
Remember how I didn't come to Christmas the last 3 years?
Remember I threw up on your brother at his recital?
Here's a 400-pound slide, okay? Just to stay relevant, just to stay in the game.
When I ran into the gym and they had to stop the basketball game because I passed out on center court? Have a slide.
He'd rather steal a 400-pound slide than learn 3 TikTok dances. That's easier for him. Detective Julia Lee has been investigating reports of stolen catalytic converters last month, and that case led her to the home of Bushnell.
So she wasn't even on the stolen slide case.
By the way, it starts with catalytic converters, and then it moves to 400 pounds. That converts. It's a slippery slide down.
Yes.
To 400-pound slides. Catalytic converters, to me, are the gateway to stealing 400-pound slides, and 400-pound slides are the gateway to stealing the hearts of 800-pound women. Am I right, folks? And we'll be back with more gateways
right after this. Yes.
Here's the police Facebook post of the stolen slide.
Of
And
course, they're up on Facebook.
since it's up from the police, you know they were going to try and put some English on it.
Right? Make it seem a little funny.
Try and make it funny.
Like police Facebook posts are like the New York Post.
or
It's like people who don't know how to write trying to be clever.
or someone doing stand-up for the first time.
Correct.
All caps. The return of the stolen slide! Exclamation point. By the way, no one should be. The police should not be using exclamation points. Like,
No.
I don't want them to be riled up.
Exclamation points is like get in your house and shut the door.
Do you remember back in mid-December when we reported the theft of playground equipment from the city park in Terra Vilda? What if we said no?
I don't remember that.
Vita? Oh, yeah, I remember it. This is what they wrote. Just like Pepperidge Farms, Detective Julia Lee remembered it too. What is that?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Okay. So
what does that mean?
Can I name a Pepperidge Farm snack that
Sesame stick.
Can we still get
I
those?
don't know. I want to get them
Those
so badly.
were the greatest.
I will order them
things.
online.
I'm going to order some right now.
Sesame
I
stick-
might pause this video and order
some
sesame Pepperidge Farm sesame
but
sticks to my house.
So I do remember the Pepperidge Farm sesame
But they
sticks.
seemed like when we were younger, they were bigger and less salty.
Does
And then
Pepper?
kind of like let those.
But I'm
slide.
asking you because the police have put this out there. Does Pepperidge Farm remember things? What? Why
Or
don't
do
I?
we need to remember?
Why
about
don't I
Pepperidge Farms?
remember that Pepperidge Farms has a good memory? Like, what is this?
You need to know your audience. Police, like this is why you should be policing and not,
Not
trying to
writing
write
on
things
Facebook, right? On February 26th, when she came face to face with a 400-pound playground slide. Playground slides don't have faces. They do not have faces.
Yeah.
Inside the kid's bedroom in a mobile home in Burbank, she knew what she had. Hashtag that's a clue. Okay. Now we're going after Detective Julia Lee at this point.
I think it's just Julie Lee.
I think it's Julia Lee.
Okay.
It's Julia and Julia. Like she wouldn't know a damn clue if a 400-pound slide hit her in the face, right? Inside a kid's mobile
Like
home
she's
in
that
Burbank.
bad. How bad of a detective?
How bad is
Julie?
she? Well, for starters, she's a woman.
What?
Again, that's not my joke. That
That
would
is
be
the
the
police
joke that the
department
police department would make in
on
this scenario.
Facebook. Yeah.
Again, I can't stress enough. That's not my joke.
Right.
How she got there is another story. This is.
How did she end up in there? In this
I mean, how does
kid's
she even know
bedroom?
what she's doing, Detective Julia Lee? It involves some of those annoying catalytic converter thefts where the thieves cut up your car's exhaust system just so they can sell your cat converter to a scrap metal dealer for the value of the heavy metals inside of it. Hashtag so annoying. Stop hashtagging.
You know what's hashtag so annoying? Your hashtags.
Yeah, police
Those are hashtag annoying.
Police
So
department shouldn't be working on developing hashtags. They should be busting people for selling hash to kids.
annoying. Hashtag time's up.
Anyway, to make a long story short, they're now saying to make a long story short. This is in the Facebook post.
Anytime someone says to make a long story short, they're way past the point where they could have done that.
As a cutoff exhaust pipe, our crime prevention guy put out some good info on some suspects and thefts. Sharp-eyed patrol officers found a matching truck with suspects. Then dummy I know, they didn't say dummy.
but
Detective
they
Lee then
meant it.
came over to help. And about 5 search warrants later, this is the story you tell your friend the entire time your friend at a barbecue is like, how can I get away from this story? Right? I need to exit this conversation.
Right. Even if you're Julia Lee.
Detective Lee found herself inside the suspect's home. Like she just randomly blacked out drunk, and then just showed up there. I love how they're not giving her any credit whatsoever.
It's actually terrifying.
It is really bad. Looking for catalytic converters to find in a gigantic slide. Oh, yes. And she also found catalytic converters. Like she stumbled upon them. Like she wasn't
she was
looking
on
for
the
them.
catalytic converter case and then stumbled upon the slide.
And then this is what they had to say in the Facebook post. And this is what I don't like. And other detectives helped. Why can't we give all the credit to Detective Lee? What's the problem?
Right. They're like, don't let her
Because she
get
couldn't
too
have
big
done
of a
it on
head.
her own.
Don't let her get
She
too big
could
of a head.
not have done it on her own here. You know how we feel about Detective Lee. She couldn't put her badge on right without some help from some other detectives. Am I right?
Are we right?
Turns out most of the original playground set got left behind back in December, but the slide was taken, and we're going to tell you how it was converted, almost catalytically, right after this break.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show.
April 10th, live
April
Dumb
10th.
People Town. It's the Honey Dumb. We've got Ryan Sickler, one of our best guests ever, and the Cactus Blossom.
Blossoms are so good.
Yeah.
I really can't stress enough how much they are a
How much
throwback
fun they are.
to old country western music. They're so wonderful, and they're going to be incredible live
So let's check that out. That's, again, eventbrite.com. Check that out. Also, we do these stereo conversations today because this is dropping on a Tuesday. We do Dumb People Town at 4 p.m. But on Mondays and Wednesdays, we do
Sklar Country the Virus
Sklar
Edition.
Country the Virus Edition. We take the biggest issue of the day and we just discuss it with you guys.
So much fun.
We came up with the idea for Lady Pope. There should be a Lady Pope.
There should be a Lady Pope.
Lady Pope would make so much more sense. She'd
Lady
understand.
Pope, and she doesn't have to wear a big robe. She just wears like a cream-colored suit.
Yeah, cream color pantsuit. Lady
That's
Pope,
like,
just
with
kicking
a nice
it.
like a boot flare at the bottom.
We'll
'cause
go
who knows?
Sansa belt on that.
And then we said she should have her own fragrance called Lady Pope.
The top of the bottle is the Pope hat.
Yeah.
You take it off and spray. Come on. And it just,
We need a Lady Pope.
We need a Lady Pope.
Catholic Church could use a Lady Pope.
You need it right now. So anyway, we came up with stuff like that. So join Stereo, follow me and Jay, and then join those discussions. All right. So when we left,
we had a
Detective Julia Lee, who was getting
clowned.
so much.
She's getting straight up clowned by the police department. She
In their Facebook
discovered that this guy stole a slide and put it in his mobile home. Which, how did he get the slide into the mobile home? Did he saw off the legs? Like, what did he do?
So here he did. Turns out most of the original playground set got left behind back in December, but the slide was taken, the top sawed off, it was repainted and mounted onto a bunk bed. Okay, that sounds fun. I'm
That
sorry.
actually does sound
to
fun.
slide down from your top bunk every
And I
morning.
bet it wasn't one of those slides that like curved around.
It wasn't. You got to give it to the guy that sawed it off, repainted, and stuck it to his kid's bunk bed. He is kind of the best dad ever to do that, minus the theft of a 400-pound slide
and
teach
the
your kid.
horrible meth addiction.
Yes. Here's my question. How in the world would he fit that thing in the back of his Chevy Bolt?
Right.
Lee, with the help of other detectives. Stop. She does not need the help of other
Why
detectives.
Are you stressing that this woman can't
Executed
do her job?
a search warrant like she couldn't do it on her own. She needed the help of other
Like
detectives.
she's shadowing other detectives.
That's right.
It's like when a
We
waiter
don't trust her.
Like, don't you like when a waiter comes over to the table and there's another waiter next to them? Don't you for a second? You're like, I know you have to train in somehow, but get away.
Get away.
Get
I don't
away from my table.
I have never liked a shadowing
You
waiter's
could be the
energy
nice-
ever.
You could be the nicest person in the world.
But you get-
I want to tell you right now, and I mean this in a nice way.
Lurky energy.
Get the fuck away
That's
from
right.
my table.
Okay. There's one thing you should have planned out better. You don't leave all the stolen catalytic converters in the bottom bunk bed under the 400-pound slide. I don't know. Who knows where she left it there. Pasco police arrived on the scene, recovered the slide. Bushnell was arrested and booked in the Walla Walla County Jail on a charge of possessing stolen property. See, honey, the police want to take away your fun. How much do you think he said that?
Yes.
How much you want to bet?
I was just trying to give my child a good life.
How much do you want to bet as the guy was being led away in cuffs, the kid asked the cops, do I get to keep the slide?
Yes.
Because the slide doesn't yell at her when she spills Coke in the back cab of his truck.
That's
right?
right.
The slide never left mommy. All right.
Slide lets you ride straight down.
When daddy goes down, it's more of a spiral motion,
Yes,
is
it
what we're saying.
It is.
He has not yet been charged with stealing the catalytic converters. Here's the good news. He will be.
He definitely will.
And if Detective Lee has anything to say about
she'll
it,
get some help from other people.
other detectives, then they will solve that case. That is the show, you guys.
there
That
you
is
go.
how we
From
do
a
it.
low angle.
Low angle. We love doing this for you. Guys, stay connected, stay protected. Don't get infected. This is not a hoax.
But we've got the jokes.
Wear a mask, get vaccinated, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da-da.